Hi guys. Today I'm gonna be telling you the story of how I unintentionally got into a throuple in middle school. Now, I'm gonna put a timestamp for if you actually want to get into the nitty gritty of it, but I actually wouldn't advise skipping because this story requires like some context. So basically, I had been friends with A and B. We're gonna call them A and B. Now, A I had been friends with since fourth grade, and B I had been friends with since sixth grade, and we all went to the same school. It was a K through 8 school, so we had all gone. We had all gone there, and basically, I hadn't A and B had like an on and off thing, like all throughout the K through 8 thing. So like all throughout sixth to eighth grade, and well, actually it ended eighth grade, but like that's a whole other story that I don't think I should be talking about. But anyways, the bottom line is A and B had been on and off. Like we were all like fucking nerds because this was during 2020. We were all like my entire school was basically into My Hero Academia and stuff. We were all fucking nerds, so we didn't know how to like communicate properly, but like that's all you need to know. And I had not developed my feelings for A until the last few months of seventh grade. The last few months of seventh grade. And that was when A came to me like talking about like their orientation or whatever and stuff. And I was like, that's so and I helped them through it because I'm a fucking nice person, like. And then like I literally remember this happened on Discord, and I was like, we were playing Truth or Dare, and one of the dares was like, and I asked them like, Truth, do you like me? And then like they were like, maybe lol. It was like maybe lol, and I was like, oh my god, me too, but like. And then a day after I told fucking A I was aromantic because I was scared of intimacy. And it's like, fuck, bro. Like, that was low key a shitty move because I was not aromantic. But at the time, I thought I was. But I was really just scared of intimacy and like what people would think about me if I got into a relationship. Because I'm like really scared of it. But bottom line is through seventh grade, me and A were in like a little like situationship where like we both like each other, but we were not official. And B knew about it. And B was the first one to know about it because B was on the call with A during that fucking Truth or Dare Discord thing, which I didn't know about until he told me like a week ago. But like, yeah, it was fine. And this was like after A and B broke up. So at first, I didn't know that it was not good to get with your friends. But I was in seventh grade, and A had no hard feelings about it. But basically, it had ended in a really embarrassing way when on Snapchat I was making a joke about A liking me, and it was like, I don't really like you anymore, like romantically. And I was like, oh my god, wait, dead ass, this is so embarrassing. And I was like, LMAO, it's okay. But like, it's so really embarrassing. But like the start of eighth grade, I still kind of had like a little crush on A, and but it like faded away like low key. And then B was talking to me about how B liked A, and then I literally remember this was so like we were on a Zoom call. We were on a Zoom call. Me and B were on a Zoom call, and B was like texting A, and the text had gotten like a little frisky. Nothing too bad, but like like imagine like middle schoolers trying to send freaky texts. And I was basically typing. I wasn't typing, but I was basically telling B what to say, because we would be like, "Oh my god!" Like literally, "Oh my god, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say?" And I feel like that should have been the first red flag that this situation was not normal. Because why was I thinking of literally all of the flirting techniques and sending them? And A was like, not to brag, but A was smitten. Like, and like, bro, like, I should have known at the start. But at the time, I had no feelings for A. Like, and things carried on normal. They dated. But A and B had a very tumultuous relationship. Like, there's a reason why they were on and off for 2 years. They had, like, lots of issues. And, like, a bunch of drama happened. And B and A would constantly come to me. And I'd basically be the mediator. Like, guys, we need to fix these issues. Because like, me and a couple other friends were basically, like, the mediators of the whole thing. But basically, they had broken up for good, and that's when the whole throuple thing started. Because apparently A had started having feelings for me again, and B was like B would tell me like we were all went to like a really small school, so like there were only like three graduating classes, so we were one of the three graduating classes, and B would tell me like during science class we would be like, look, A's looking at you right now. A always stares at you during science class, so I would basically try to look smacks during science class, so like at the time I would be like, oh my god, like need them to know that like I'm on shit or whatever. Bro, this is so cool. And basically, how me and A did the situationship for another how me and A got to another situationship was we like we were in aftercare. We were no not aftercare. We were in dismissal. We were all in dismissal waiting to get picked up, and basically B had went over to me. B and our mutual friend went over to me and was like, "Yeah, A likes you again. A really likes you again." And I shut down and ran to the bathroom once I heard that because I was like, "Wait, what the fuck? Like, what is going on?" Even though, like, I liked A. Like now at this point, I liked A, and people would like ship us. Like for example, when we were sitting, like people would be like, B no specifically B would be like, hold hands, hold hands. It'd be really fun if you guys hold hands. Like B did not give a fuck that it was their ex. So I thought it was fair game, and we kind of did the situationship thing again. Like during the lunch table, we would like our entire class would sit at the same lunch table. We'll sit at both lunch tables because we were kind of split into different friend groups. And basically, whenever A would sit with me, we would like hold hands under the table and stuff. And basically, the Throuple shit had came back because B had told me that suddenly, B likes A again. So it was low key. It low key turned into a throuple because A liked both of us too. So we just sat there, and we would call a lot, and me and B would basically fight for A's attention, but not like fight. Like we knew that we wanted A's attention, and we were still like really close. Me and B were still really close. We would be like we would flirt. Like for example, we would play Roblox, and in Roblox, me and B would be like, so who do you like better? Who do you want to die? Who do you want to die in Roblox first? Who do you like better? Who do you like better? And then we would just like laugh, and A shut down and went like, I don't know. Like we were like pro. I remember doing this thing where I would like jokingly tell A that I loved them. Like I would jokingly tell A that I loved them, and I'd be like, A, I would spam their messages, and I'd be like, lol, it's just a joke. And then I'd go text B about the whole thing and be like, yeah, I wasn't joking. I like, oh my god. And B would be like, oh my god. But this whole thing kind of stopped because, like, basically, this other mutual friend who was like 16 was like, we were all on call, and they were like, we're gonna call this one. So this is basically hard to explain, but we all knew someone, and I'm gonna name them like jeans. We all I don't know because I just saw some jeans on my bed. We're gonna name them jeans, and jeans like kind of knew all of us, but basically, B went to jeans about the situation, and jeans was like, "Why is bro getting with your ex? Like you should drop them. They're a fake friend." And once B told me that, I literally started crying. This happened at like 2 a.m. too. Like I was really crying. Like I'm such a bad friend, and B was like, "No, it's okay. You're a good friend." And basically, how it ended, being A, like I would still tell A that I love them, but it would be serious. But the only time A would say it was when I said it, and I'd literally be like, "Okay, good night, I love you," and then A would be like, "Ly." And I was like, eventually, I was like, "This is kind of embarrassing," so I just stopped, and we just continued being friends. And then me and A kind of dropped B for reasons that I can't get into right now. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of the how my fucking middle school throuple ended. I'm probably there's probably a lot that's missing, but this video is already like 10 minutes long. So bye, subscribe.